we're on our way over to meet with Tim Root, who's the CTO at Owl Labs. I'm following Owl for a really long time. If you read my center table camera report last year, you can see that they were one of the first to bring that space back around after Microsoft's Roundtable kind of died off. They kind of pioneered that whole idea of taking shots around the center of the table, and they were one of the first companies to actually have AI-based framing so that you could see the last speaker as well as a film strip. It was really cool. So there are major changes going on over there, and I want Tim to kind of explain what those changes are and how they're going to change the focus of what's going on in the firm. So let's listen to what they have to say. So we are back at InfoComm 2026. I'm here with my old friend, dear friend, Tim Root. How many companies between the two of us? 12, 15, 40?
It's been a lot of years. The gray
yes,
is our signature now.
I like the gray up here. Here, it's too much. I look like a gray beard, so I color that. It's my version of the curtains, drapes matching the carpet. But anyway, So you've got an owl on your shirt.
I have an owl on my shirt.
What is it? And you also have a great talking points microphone on you. It's really cool. He's wearing the black one. I got the white one. Tim, what's your title nowadays? Where are you working?
I'm Chief Technology Officer at Owl Labs. Run operations, engineering, and product management.
So Owl Labs, they're the ones that are making this little product over here, the Meeting Owl. Which one is this? The Meeting
This
Owl
is the
5?
Meeting Owl 5 Pro that we just brought out a few months ago, doing extremely well. It's our first step into really focusing on the enterprise, traditional large enterprise IT organization product.
The first Owl came out. It came out as a B2C, a consumer product that you could buy online. The camera, instead of having the camera focus be straight ahead, the camera focus was around the ring on the top, and it became a very innovative, probably one of the top sellers for individuals to buy as a USB peripheral for doing conferencing. Gangbusters took over the B2C market, the number one product on Amazon. Everyone was pointing to and saying, we've got to be like that. It was a very successful product, but it was a non-channel consumer product that had some really interesting features, the framing, the strip, the switching, but it kind of lived there. And then company management changed, some switch around, you became the CTO, and you've now taken this and you're kind of morphing the product into the next generation, right?
Yes. So, and I would say they were never necessarily all consumer, right? It was more of a SMB, and the go-to-market was using consumer channels,
correct?
Right, rather than the traditional AV, the traditional AV. So we have 275,000 customer companies. The footprint is massive. To your point, the success has been phenomenal, right, for the company. So if you looked at Owl Labs in 2021 during COVID and you bought the products, we are now a very different company, not only technology-wise, right, the 4K cameras and the performance, but also how we've invested significantly in the infrastructure to manage at scale for really the larger enterprises, IT organizations, and making sure that our products are enterprise grade and working now much closer with the traditional AV VAR channel to bring products to market. We have a new family of products that start with the 5 Pro that is only set up for that enterprise and that VAR channel to sell through. And it's not that.
So you're not competing with the online sales?
We're not competing. So those products will not be online. They're not going to be sold through the e-tailer category, because we realize that there's there's the SMB that just want access to it, and then the more sophisticated products, and they're more sophisticated because the requirements for a large enterprise, large IT organizations at scale is, hard network connectivity, being able to have multiple devices in the room and just having it, deployable, and then being able to manage remotely, bulk deployments, software upgrades, all the functionality that allow some of these companies that have 50 offices around the world to be able to deploy. So, we spent a lot of time in the last couple of years upping all the aspects of the product, the services, so that we're now.
That's the one I was going to ask you about. What's the
100%.
services story?
Yeah, so we just announced here at the show OWL 360 services. So we have a ton of analytics that we can pull off the devices to give the IT organizations, use models, talker percentages, all in-call activity. So driving the IT organization's ability to diagnose what's going on in the room if there's a problem, but also understanding how are people using the products, and how many people are in their meetings in each room, which is always a capacity thing. Everybody needs that.
Is that the 5 as well?
This is the 5 Pro. Yes.
Pick it up, bring it
so,
over.
Yeah. So this is we just brought this out a couple
we've
months
had it
ago.
sitting here as the foreground,
we're using it in the background. You can see our video. Yeah, it's we've extended this product. We've expanded the base, so now that the base is bigger, a little more stable, but it has a hard network interface. RJ45 has a hard network interface for direct connect for scaling. So you can take 2 devices today, and then in the future we'll be able to do more than that.
Okay.
And just click Cat6, away you go, right? So this is going to be the first of our lean into that enterprise and the IT organization.
And it also peers with a bar wirelessly if you want it, right?
So these products have Wi-Fi 6E in them, so they're at 6 gigahertz, 5 or 2.4. So depending on the congestion, in all of the products we have something called OWL Connect, which is a wireless pairing of the devices. This product also has a direct hard connect, so that you can do wired pairing of the devices, and the bar is part of the family that allows all that to happen as well. So if you want a front camera and you want devices on the table, you can do that with us. We actually were, I think, the first to do that, and now everybody's been following. But that's like I said, OWL is really a technology company. We are driving the front edge of all of the use models, and our focus has always been how to give the best experience to that remote user, because at the end of the day, all this technology in the room has no purpose to the technology people sitting around the table per se. It's always about how can you give the best experience to the people that are videoing into that room.
Great conversation with Tim Root and with the team that I met with at OWL. Obviously, they're telling us about the products that they have out right now and how they're making that transition over to be more of an enterprise-grade solution. But there's still a lot of other things that they couldn't tell us about in public that we've kind of seen under the covers that make that transition even more meaningful. So for enterprise buyers, I think they're going to really be a player going forward. It was good to have that chat with them and get the inside information.